Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is so exciting because I love this so much, but I'm sharing with you my classic TV show collection, which I shared this I think 2 years ago, maybe even 3 years ago, and I realized I have so much more since then. So I thought I would share it. I'm down in my little movie collection video store. On this back shelf is where I have all the classic TV shows, kind of up into the 90s, I guess. And then I have more shows over here too, which I do end up showing at the end. So I guess I'm showing you all of the TV shows that we currently have, but I'm gonna start with my favorite thing, and I definitely didn't have this the last time I shared this collection, but this is the I Dream of Jeannie complete set in this cardboard genie shaped bottle, which I'm obsessed with. This is one of my all-time favorite sitcoms from the 60s, which I feel like the 60s might be my favorite era of TV, but it's just such a cool piece to have on display. That little thing next to it is just a salt and pepper shaker set. But this was available in 2008, but I didn't thrift it. I got it from Poshmark, I believe. I think it was around $50 on there, which I totally thought was worth it. So I have since acquired all seasons of I Love Lucy, which I'm very excited about. And then I just have this magazine up here. It's from the 1930s. I just haven't put it away yet. I got that months ago now. It's pretty cool though. So I have all of the seasons of I Love Lucy, and then I also have these just kind of compilation DVDs. Lucy had I think it was 4 sitcoms in total, but she did one right after I Love Lucy, I think. I believe that one was called The Lucy Show. And I think Vivian Vance was also in that one. Sometimes I get them confused. And then there was another one that was in the 70s, and I'm pretty sure her real life kids were in that with her. Maybe it wasn't her real life kids, but I feel like it was her real life kids that were also in that show. And then there was another one in the 80s as well. I really want to try to get all of her shows, the full seasons on DVD, but I just have some of those compilation ones. Now, I also have this compilation one, which has a bunch of different, I think there's some Lucy show on there, but I think there's Beverly Hillbillies and Andy Griffith. I want to say I Married Joan might be on there, just a whole bunch of old TV shows. And I did thrift all of these, or bought them from somewhere like Poshmark, or I think there's only one thing that came from eBay. Or another great place is Marketplace. I've found so many insanely cheap ones on Marketplace. I think once streaming became really popular, people are just, getting rid of their DVDs super cheap. But the thing about streaming is at any time those shows can be taken down. So I like having the physical copies. So I've got the Andy Griffith, I think it's season 2. It's one of my favorite shows. I watched it so much when I was younger. I have this Doris Day special. I actually haven't watched it, but I love her show too, but I haven't come across any of that yet. And then I do have the first 3 seasons of Mary Tyler Moore Show. I don't know how many seasons that was on for. I want to say 5 maybe. And then I do have some Carol Burnett Show. They're just bonus DVDs. I think we found them a long time ago. I love that show so much, but you can watch it for free on a free streaming thing. So it's not as big of a deal for me to find it. It's not high on my priority list, I guess, the best way to say that. But then I also have Green Acres. I think maybe we did get a couple of these from eBay, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. I love Green Acres. So now we're moving more into the 70s. Well, I guess this isn't really, but these just seem to go together. I love Matlock. I would love to get all the seasons of Matlock. And we just have Columbo, and I have this Law & Order one, but I've actually only ever watched the OG Law & Order. So I don't even know if that's still on TV, but I've got 2 seasons of Gilligan's Island, which was actually only on for 3 seasons. And then I just got this just a few months ago, or maybe last year. It's season 2, part 1 of Batman. I love the OG Batman. That was actually only on 3 seasons too, so I'm just missing like season 2, part 2. And then I've got Get Smart, a couple of seasons, and then this movie is like more modern, but I just put it with it anyway because I would probably watch it after I finish watching Get Smart. Same with Fantasy Island. I have a season of that, and then this, I'm guessing this is probably like a made-for-TV movie. It's like Return to Fantasy Island, so I saw that and bought it, put it with that. And then one of my favorites ever, this was bought new as well. It's like a Christmas gift a few years ago, the Brady Bunch, but it's like a complete set. So it has the original series, but then it has the series from the 80s and the 90s. I think there's an animated series on there, and it has all of the movies as well. Just incredible. I love this so much. This like got me through 2020. So this, and then that Batman that I just showed from Walmart for $10, those are the only 2 things that I bought new. So I think I'm doing pretty good for not, having to buy anything new. There's this one really like hole in the wall place in the middle of nowhere that we go to sometimes that has tons and tons of like TV show DVDs, which is amazing. I actually keep a list on my phone now of the seasons that I need because it's like a little too hectic for me to remember. But I've got some Three's Company, which another one of my faves from the 70s. I've got season 1 of WKRP, amazing. Got the Wonder Woman, the $6 Million Man. I also really want to get, I'm pretty sure this was a spin-off, the Bionic Woman. I'm pretty sure that was a spin-off of that show. The Family Ties is one of my favorite sitcoms from the 80s. Facts of Life, which I actually haven't watched since it was on TV. And then I've got the entire Golden Girls, which, I mean, the Golden Girls is amazing. Actually, I think I did buy the last 4 seasons of that. But does anybody remember this? I'm going to put a photo in. The spinoff of the Golden Girls called Empty Nest. I love this show so much. I haven't watched it since it's been on TV. I've looked for DVDs for it. I've like Googled it a bunch of times, and I just realized that someone has uploaded all the episodes to YouTube. So I feel like I need to watch it soon. And then I've got the first 6 seasons of Cosby Show as well. I think that might have been like 9 seasons total. So then moving into the 90s, I've got the first season of Murphy Brown. I'm not sure if they have actually released that series in total on DVD. And then I've got Ellen. I've got like 3 seasons there. I think that might have been a 5-season show. But then I also have, I don't know if anyone remembers this, but she had like another sitcom. I believe it was after the first one, but it was only 1 season. I think like she goes back to her hometown. I think that's what it is, or maybe I'm confusing with the other sitcom. I don't know, because I haven't watched them since they would have come out. But I'm so happy that I have completed my Frasier. I've got all 11 seasons. Frasier is one of my favorite, like all-time favorite sitcoms, along with Cheers. Cheers is definitely one of my faves. So I hope to get Cheers. I'd also really love to get Night Court. I was in Walmart recently and I saw that they sold both of them there. So I'm not against buying new, but it's nice when you can find them secondhand. So I've got some Mad About You. I've got a season of Roseanne there. And then we've got Will and Grace, but this Ned and Stacy, I don't know if anyone remembers this, but this is such a funny show. It only had 2 seasons and it was right before Will and Grace. We love Thomas Hayden Church. I think he's hysterical. He was in the show with Sarah Jessica Parker a few years ago called Divorce. It is so funny. But yeah, the show is great. I've heard he's most known for like the show Wings, I think, which I haven't seen before, but I heard it's a really good show. And then we've got 4 seasons of Will and Grace, so I would love to get all of the seasons for that because I do really love that show. I can't remember if it started in the 90s or if it started in like 2000. And then on the bottom is just more shows that just I would watch. So I've got a couple of seasons of Party of Five. I loved that show when I was in high school. And then I've got the entire series of 90210, which is one of my favorites in high school. I was watching it on streaming, but I was noticing that a lot of episodes were missing. And so we did end up buying some of those seasons from eBay just because I wanted to watch the show, but it was annoying that all the episodes were missing. I got the whole series of Charmed as well, which I want to say that was like $10 on Facebook Marketplace, which is crazy. And then I've got the whole series of Sex and the City there. I've got Ally McBeal. I've got this Dallas box set, which I've not watched Dallas before, but it has all the seasons and all of the movies. Last year, I watched Dynasty, and I loved that, so I'm gonna watch this soon, I think. I've got I did get this from eBay too, actually, and it was new, because it's really hard to find, but this was the spin-off to Dynasty called The Colbys. It had Charlton Heston in it and Barbara Stanwyck. Amazing. These two characters are from Dynasty. But I actually really loved it. It probably could have been better. It was a little cheesy, but it only had 2 seasons, but that woman, I think her name is Stephanie in real life. She was like my favorite character. And then she ended up coming on to Dynasty after that show was canceled, which is amazing. And I've got 3 seasons of Melrose Place. I loved that in high school too. And then I got the entire series of Gilmore Girls again on Marketplace. I want to say for $10, maybe $15. So Marketplace is a good place to look because people tend to get them pretty cheap. We have the entire series of Everybody Loves Raymond sealed, and John found this for $10. It's crazy. And then back there is just a few random, the show called Parenthood, which I do like, and the show called Brothers and Sisters. I watched it when it was on TV, just the first season. I really liked it. And then John found Freaks and Geeks. And then happily, I've completed my Seinfeld set. I'm so happy about that. It's one of my favorite 90s sitcoms. I guess it started in the 80s. I've probably seen every episode more than one time, but I've never actually watched from start to finish. So I want to do that sometime soon. And then I figured I may as well just show you the rest of the DVDs that we have here. So we've got 24 back there, a few seasons. Never watched it before, but I heard it's supposed to be good. I've got the first 3 seasons of House of Cards, which were the best seasons. And I've got Mad Men. As you can tell, I thrift them, so they're not like matching a lot of the times, but that's fine. Also, Sopranos. Sopranos is my favorite show ever, hands down. Nothing's gonna beat that. I am missing season 3, I believe, of Sopranos, but like I said, I keep a list on my phone. I've got Prison Break. I'm missing a season, and then they came out with like that newer season a few years ago. I don't know if they released that or not on DVD, but then back here, I've got a couple seasons of Quantum Leap, which I also really want to watch that show soon. I remember that from when I was a kid. And then we've got a 90s classic, Sliders. Did anybody watch this? I loved the show. I want them to reboot it so bad, but for them to have like better writing. The first season was good, but then it just got really cheesy, and like it kind of turned into a mess. And because it was like the 90s, the like special effects are really bad, but I just love it, and I want them to reboot it. It was a very cool concept. I got some Boardwalk Empire there too, which I haven't watched yet. And then I've got the entire Breaking Bad series, which I would say that's probably in my top 5 of all time. I liked Better Call Saul better. And if they have that on DVD, I hope to get that. And then back there we've got Lost. And then these are just some shows that John likes to watch that I haven't watched. So I think this is a sitcom, How I Met Your Mother. I'm pretty sure he's watched it quite a few times. And he has The Big Bang Theory, which I actually don't like that show. I think it's super overrated, but he likes it. And The Office, which I also have no interest in watching. And then just recently he found this first season of Picard, which is a Star Trek fan. So yeah, that is it for all of our TV shows. I definitely enjoy more classic TV, I think. There's probably really only like a dozen or so shows since the 90s that I've really liked. And then I just keep going back and rewatching them. I don't know. I'm always trying to force myself to watch new shows, but it just never works out. But this is all my classic movies down here. I should probably do an updated tour of my little like video store down here. Makes me very happy. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I would love to know like what some of your favorite shows are. They don't have to be classic shows, and I would also love to know if anybody remembers Empty Nest or if you watched it. It's one of those shows I think about all the time. And I feel like it just hasn't been on TV, like on reruns or anything. And I've looked to see if they released it on like DVDs and could never find it. But I've recently noticed that the episodes were on YouTube. So I feel like I should watch them before they get taken down. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.